Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
pocket like rocket fuel.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Let's go.
A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Check 31. Check 30.
Protein spill. Five. Get it.
Now Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Ready.
Throwing Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and his guys are going to take over. At the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
To throw, Brissett. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
18 Gators. 57 Mike. Record.
A toss out to Barkley. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Jones escaping the pressure right. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A gain of 3, second down. On second down now, Mixon. Room here to run. Pushing his way through. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, Mixon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that... knocked away and incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, wahoo! Go! 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Rabbit. Check. Fresno. Deep river.
They'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on first down. Foreman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down now. Foreman. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On third down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th. On the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go,
Back to throw. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back to Mixon on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mixon with a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now. Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Flush to his right, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Kill, turn it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check, crunch.
Mixon will try the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run with Foreman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's go.
Mixon with it. Fighting through it. He's got space. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.